When the union's inspirations through the workers' blood shall run, there can be no power greater anywhere beneath the sun. Yet what force on earth is weaker than the feeble strength of one? For the union makes us strong. Solidarity forever, solidarity forever, solidarity forever, for the union makes us strong.
Hello, welcome to today's lesson on labor and trade unions. Labor and trade union. People have different kinds of abilities and talents. They use these to do different jobs. Okay? Now, a trade union is that group of workers who actually come together to protect the interests of their members, to protect the interests of workers. In the course of this lesson, we're going to look at wages and income distribution. First of all, we have different jobs and people are in those kinds of jobs. Some are mechanics, some are teachers, some are doctors. All these jobs are important to make a society function. Now, let's look at the meaning of labor and trade unions. Labor, this is the work done by a group of workers or by a particular worker. It is the physical work done for wages. Trade unions. This is a group of workers who come together to fight for the interest of their members. So now I want you to get two things together, the meaning of labor and the meaning of trade unions. So labor is the work done by a group of workers or by a particular worker. It is the physical work done for wages, for money. Okay, now let's look at the types of trade unions. We have 10 here. Okay, the chairman body or the senior body of the trade union is called the TUC. It's a Trade Union Congress, TUC. Then we have the Nigerian Labour Congress, the NLC. This one is made up of all the junior members. We have Nigeria Union of Teachers, NUT, which is the one I belong to. We have Nigerian Union of Journalists. Okay, you have the journalists there. You have Nigerian Medical Association, Bar Association, Nigerian Union of Petroleum and Natural Gas Workers, NOPENG, Academic Staff Union of Universities. Now, the symbols before you, it's that of Nigerian Labour Congress and Trade Union Congress. The first is that of NLC and the second is that of TUC. So anywhere you see these two symbols, just know that the trade union, it's there. Okay, so the one with the fisted hand is for TUC, while the one with the logo that had NLC is that of Nigerian Labour Congress. So these symbols represent them. Now we are going to look at the functions of trade union. What do they really do for workers? First, they negotiate wages and working conditions, okay? They regulate relations between workers and the employer, take collective action to enforce the terms of collective bargaining, raise new demands on behalf of its members, and ensure that workers have safe working conditions. Okay, so workers are known as employees. Okay, so that is what that. Then we have we go on. We're looking at why do employees join trade unions? As a worker, why would a worker want to join a trade union? First is for job security. An employee wants to join and ensure that most often when management will not make unfair decisions to treat them well, so they join for job security, wages and benefits, to ensure that their wages and their benefits are provided by their employers. Now, working conditions and benefits, employees like to work under a safe and healthy working environment. Most times you talk about powerlessness. Yes, some workers don't have the power to fight for their own rights, so they join the trade union as a voice to help them, okay, talk about their rights and their benefits. So job security, wages and benefits, working conditions, and trying to have a voice for themselves. These are the reasons why workers join the trade union. Then, what are the rights of workers? First, workers have the right to fair pay. Yes, their salaries should compensate their time, skill, and effort. Workers have rights to work under safe conditions. Workers have rights to take leave from their job and have some rest, recuperate, and resume to continue with the job. So workers have lots of right, okay? Most times they can go on leave too. How do trade unions fight for workers' rights? How do they do it? Trade unions try to improve the general welfare of members and prevent exploitation from employers. So, how do they do this? They go on strike. Sometimes they demand for their right. What is a strike? A strike is when workers refuse to go to work. They are normally quite effective, oftentimes, because they force the government, okay, or the employers to negotiate with the workers. They organize peaceful marches, rallies, they gather in public place, and they usually sing songs, listen to speeches. Okay. Now, that's the image of workers demanding for their rights. The placard this man is carrying is saying, "Give us our new minimum wage now." Before in Nigeria, it used to be 18,000. Okay, of recent, it was upgraded to 30,000. Some states have started paying in Nigeria, while some are still not doing it. Okay, so that's it. Now, every May 1st each year is declared Workers' Day in Nigeria. Okay, it's celebrated and is performed in Eagle Square in Abuja. The president admonishes workers and promises them better working condition, okay, better packages, and workers always look forward to this particular day. Now we are going to look at wages and income distribution, okay? Wages and income distribution. Why do we work for money? Is it possible for people to stay without a job? Okay, why do we work for money? And can people stay without having a job? These questions come to mind even in the course of this lesson. First, we are going to see the difference between a wage, an income, and a salary. Although when we say income, it could come in form of wage or salary. So a wage is a fixed regular payment earned from work or services, typically paid on a daily or weekly basis, but salary is paid on a monthly basis. Salary is typically paid on a monthly basis, okay? It's expressed as an annual sum. So when we say income, income is the money that an individual or business receives in exchange for goods or services. So income can come in form of wage or salary. I hope you understand now. So we say wage, salary, or income, they are almost the same thing, but the difference is that wages come on weekly basis or daily basis, but salary comes on a monthly basis. Then income is that money received in the form of wage or salary. Okay, so labor and services must be offered for this money to come. So whatever you earn as wage or salary, it is known as your income. Is that clear? So that is it. Next, we are looking at the reason why people who work do not earn the same amount of money. People who have different levels of qualification, a BSc holder cannot be earning the same amount of money with a HND holder, okay? People are paid because of the amount of job experience they have. People earn higher if they perform extra or excellently on their job. Then people earn more if they are specialists in a particular profession. Next is standard of living. A person's standard of living is how well or how badly he or she lives. Our income or salary is related to our standard of living. Those who earn a lot of money have a high standard of living. They can afford to eat 3 days meals a day and to eat a balanced diet, okay? Then we have wage increases, okay? Wages may increase for a number of reasons: the employer's incentive, trade union activities, inflation, economic growth. Some income and standard of living in developed countries versus developing countries. So income and standard of living in developed country versus developing country, you can see the image before you, okay? The one with the umbrella that is scattered is represented as a developing country, but the one that have a beautiful umbrella that is well arranged is a developed nation. So when we talk about income and standard of living in developed versus developing countries, more people who live in developed countries such as France and Germany earn higher salaries than people in developing countries like Nigeria and Ghana. Okay, so because their countries are richer, these countries produce more than they consume, they export more goods than they import. These governments work to ensure that their citizens have an adequate standard of living. Thanks for watching this video, and be good.